Hello there gorgeous gamers and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and we've got a review for Turbo Sliders Unlimited, a Matchbox racer that's been out in early access for a while, but it's now hitting its big 1.0 full release. So I've spent the last couple of weeks playing the game, all in the name of informing you. You're welcome my dears, absolutely. Turbo Sliders Unlimited had me this close to smashing my ROG Ally all over my own head in rage. After spending a good half an hour retrying the same race event, I instead put the pricey handheld PC down and made a cup of tea, so was my rage. And that little scenario must have played out at least a dozen times over the last couple of weeks that I spent trying to make progress in this rage-inducing racer. Now, it's not a bad game by any stretch, it's got the solid bones of a damn good game. The racing physics are fast, fun, and if you're smart, you can use the vehicle's weight, or maybe lack of, to your advantage, either smashing smaller cars off on the corners, or using your nimble drifter to glide around the outside of the pack on a big turn. The game is full of little battles between you and whoever happens to be in your way. Players are able to mostly choose their own vehicle style per each race. There are 3 vehicle types, heavy but slow, fast but light, and the middle ground sporty car. So it gives you the flexibility to play however you prefer, whether that's taking a more direct racing approach or with skillful drifting. You can race your way here, and given that there are just 3 types of cars, you don't need to worry about fiddling with tuning or anything like that before a race. It's quick to get into the action, and if you should need a restart, that's also super quick. What's not quick is progression. Turbo Sliders Unlimited is bloody hard, and I'm grateful that the game doesn't demand I place first in every race. You unlock further stages by completing set tasks, such as coming in 12th place or better. It's rare that the game ever demands a full win from you, so even if you're not the best at the game and you're just playing to have a good time, you should still be able to see all that the game has to offer. Normally in a game, you play well and you expect to win, but in Turbo Sliders Unlimited, that hard-fought victory can be pissed away with a single knock from an enemy car, or just an unfortunate case of late braking. It's unforgiving on that front, and if you're not to the letter perfect, you're not going to be winning any races, and you'll likely spend a lot of time retrying races to hit the pass criteria. I like the game's physics, the physicality of the crowds jostling for space, but after being smashed off course one turn away from the finish line for the 5th time in a row, I couldn't really care about how or why the developer opted for such a physics model, only that I wish them a really bad day on that day. It can be really infuriating, so it's pretty old school in that respect. It's also pretty old school in its presentation, and it's here where the developer really impresses, because I've never seen a racing game with so many camera options. If you want a traditional chase cam style racer, you've got it. If you want an old school top-down micro machine style racer, you've got that too, and the modern variants with the fancy camera swings and all the other flourishes. I'd often flick between a few different modes, and I found that some tracks played better from certain view modes, whether that's because I could see further ahead with a bird's eye view, or I could concentrate on bullying my way through the battles on the tight corners in first person, making sure my rockets are being fired straight and true. Yes, some races give you weapons, and I'm all for it. The camera work often goes uncredited in racing games, and here it's not just a quality of life thing, it's a gameplay influencer. It actually adds some depth and gives you another thing to consider when you're fighting your way through a tough race. The single player offerings are plenty enough, I reckon, with dozens of single player races and time trials, with some special events thrown in for good measure. There is an online side to the game too, though sadly I've never actually managed to play a full online game. If there aren't enough players to populate a game, the remaining slots are filled with AI racers. I'm not really that bothered about the online side, and I don't think you should be either. It's a nice extra, yeah, but the single player has enough content, and the challenge should be enough for most players. Plus, there is mod support, there is plenty of stuff to do. For casual racer fans, you could do a lot worse for the price. Just be warned that it's bloody difficult, and you may experience the occasional outburst of road rage. And that is the end of this review. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, do us a solid, go on down below, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and give the bell icon a tap so you're notified whenever we've got new stuff for you to watch. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers my dears.